So when we pause, it can be very powerful in helping us to step back from the stress and the anxiety that arises in our body and mind. So in our busy life, when we encounter challenges, when we encounter difficulties, we have a habitual tendency to react or to respond. And sometimes that can be immediate. And we can find ourselves in creating more problems and difficulties for ourselves due to the way in which we react. So when we start to notice the stress and the tension building up due to coming into contact with a challenging, difficult situation, it can be so helpful just to pause, although it may seem almost alien to pause. The natural, instinctive response is to fight or to flight. This is the natural, possibly our habitual response, to try and quickly resolve and solve that issue straight away, as though we don't want to be living inside that difficulty, so we're trying to solve the problem. But what is interesting to reflect on is that problem that we feel we're wanting to solve, is that coming from outside of us? Or is it actually coming from our response to the challenging or difficult situation? Such a helpful point to reflect on. What we can start to notice if we pause, that pause may be just for a few seconds, it may be for a minute, maybe for longer. Then we can put things in perspective. So mindful meditation can help us to pause. For example, if we're working at our desk, we receive a challenging email, we receive some difficult communication. If we just take that time just to pause, take a mindful breath, breathe in some peace and calm, and breathe out the stress, maybe just 3 or 4 times. That may be enough to then put the circumstance in perspective. And also to give us some creativity to respond to that challenge, perhaps with a more peaceful, with a more focused, positive manner. Pausing may mean actually stepping back from the circumstance, perhaps moving away from the screen, maybe going to make a drink, even going out for a walk, putting everything in perspective, and then when we return, our mind is fresher, more peaceful, calmer. So what mindful meditation helps us to do is to pause in the middle of our busy day, but also to take the time at the beginning of the day to pause, rather than bursting straight into our day, rushing to accomplish tasks and getting caught up in the busyness. We pause at the beginning of the day to reflect on the day and to create a calm space for our mind right at the beginning of the day. And then if we can, to establish pockets of peace and calm through the day. And then cultivating that habit, that ability just to pause. When we feel that tension, when we notice that tension building up in our body and mind, rather than immediately responding, trying to solve the difficult situation, just pausing, reflecting. We're not saying this is a miracle cure, but what it does, it gives us the power of mind, it gives us the creativity of mind to then to respond in a way which we will benefit from, our mental health will benefit from, and the person who is on the receiving end of our communication also benefits from. This is the power of pausing in our day.